Hey guys, welcome to the CSS course and check this out. I know that you enjoyed that. In this video, we'll be going to build the header part, which is this, which contain 4 menu items and a icon image here. And moreover, this is all fully responsive. You can see how it behaves to a different screen size. See, we have a menu bar and a down scrollable menu, which is just awesome. And I know that you are excited to build this. So without wasting any time, let's hop into the coding. So for this project, we just need something which is known as a live server. So go to the extension section and click and search in the live server and click on the live server, install it from here. After install it, right click on the file and click on open with live server. For the directory purposes, I just make a directory known as YouTube CSS Cupcake and I make a file index.html. The code will be on the GitHub, so I will leave a link in the description below. So you just have to download a zip file from that. So just stay connected and subscribe my channel and keep supporting guys. So with the live server, we just open a locally file on our computer. So what is the main difference, like why we use live server? With the help of live servers, we don't need to refresh our page. It will automatically refresh our page as soon as we make a change and save our file. So this is very convenient and this is very easy to use, and this saves a lot of time, and personally I like it the most. So on the index file, I am inside the body, I just make a header element and I give a class to that header, which is menu. What is a class? We are using the CSS in this project, so we define a different properties like styling for different elements. How we can recognize that this styling is for particular component? With the help of classes. Classes act like a name for the component. And we have another property which is ID. ID works same as the class, but the main difference is that class can be duplicated, but ID should be unique. They cannot be duplicated. This is the main difference between class and ID. So now work more. In the header, I will create a nav, and in the nav, I will create a div with the ID of, like with the class nav items, and a ID nav items. Press enter and you will create a div. In the div, I need a 4 span elements. Yes, I need a 4 span elements. Inside of it, I need a href with a dummy link. So basically I copy and paste this 4 times, 4, 3, 4. Yes, so in the first link I will paste home. Oh, sorry for the noise guys. Home, and here menu, and here price, here special occasion. Just see, as soon as I hit save, our web page will reload and it will reflect the changes. See how it works? I know that you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed, so smash up that thumbs up button guys. So get back to coding. So this is for the span, and after the nav, you can see here we have an image here. So our image is here. I just grab the URL, come back below the header, image source, paste the link, and I need a specific ID for my image, which is menu img. I just save the file, boom, we got our image. And when we resize this official page, you can see we get a 3 bars instead of a menu items. Like when we get this 3 bars, our menu items are hidden, but when we press, these comes out. So we need this. How we can get that? So go to font icons, yeah, click on first link, just make it bigger. So search for the bar. Yeah, click on first one. Start using icon. Copy this, close this, small this. After the nav, I will create a div with the ID of nav items menu icon, and same with the ID nav items menu icon, and in the div I will place that component. If I save the page, nothing will appear because because we need a CDN for that. So write font icon CDN. CDN just like a URL for the third parties. So copy the first link, close this file. In the head tag, write link. In the href, paste that link, save that, and we will get our 3 bars. So I think we are pretty much done with our HTML part. Now is the time of CSS. So create a new file and save this style.css with the CSS extension, and make sure you are in the right directory. Save this file, and you know that this header is inside the body. So I grab the body. I told this that I need a background color of my body which is red. Save this, nothing will happen because CSS file and the HTML files are the 2 different files. If you want to work together, the CSS file to be work together with HTML, we have to call them. So how we can call them? With the help of link tag. So go to the head and write link, and in the href give it the name of the class. Save this, boom, now it's red. So this is a little bit about the CSS of styling of the body. We don't need body, so get rid of this. So in the CSS, the first thing that you have to do with every page when you are doing CSS is margin 0 and the padding 0. Padding says I will give space inside the container. Margin says I will give space outside the container. So just if I drop is something, if I draw a picture like this, so imagine this is a container, okay? So padding says I will give space inside the container. Margin says I will give space outside the container. So this is the difference between margin and padding. So see what happens if I save the style CSS page, boom, it's shifted at the top. Now the next part is the anchor tags. I call the anchor tags. Anchor tag is this ones. I am calling every anchor tag in my CSS. We have 4 anchor tags, which is home, menu, prices, special occasions, which is also in home, menu, prices, special occasions. I want that color to be red. Boom, red. But you see, we have a rubbish underline here. How we can get rid of this? We can get rid of this with the help of a new rule, which is text decoration none. When I save that file, boom, we get rid of from the underline. So this is a rule that we have to always use with anchor tag. And when we need a specific color, we can use RGB, which stands for red, green, blue. So these values are 189, 67 and 116. When I save this, boom, the color change and it looks very good. This is for the anchor tag, and now it's the turn for them. So there is a difference between A. So there is a difference. You can see in the A I did not use a dot, but in the menu I use a dot, because by dot I can call a call, and by A, by just a name, I can call the HTML document, because A is a HTML document which is specified here, and menu is a class which is specified here. So if you want to call a class, you have to use dot then class name. Okay, so now it's time coding. So I need a background color of this black. Save this. Boom. Now it looks very good. It's black now, almost black. Now is the time for the display flex. By default, now our web page is in column. When I say that, now it turns out into row. The next property is align item centers. What is do? You can see we have a height, specific height, and if we want to make the content of a header at a center positions, we can use align center. See this? Boom. Now it's both are in center. So align items, and other thing is justify content, not flex end. I will use space between. What it do? If I say it give a space between both the elements and it automatically adjust. So this is the best feature of the flex. So the next element that we are grabbing is nav items. So for the checking, I just change the color. Yeah, I am wanting to grab this, so that's why I call in the class name. And for the checking that this works well, I just use this code, so I will see the change on my page, so it works. So background color is red, I will make it green. Yes, green. And now I will give width of this container to 30 rem. Rem is a unit, just like a centimeter, and 30 is a number. So we got a 30 rem width of that container, and display this flex, justify content, now space between. Now its time is flex end. Oh, we will use flex end, shift the content right to the screen, but we want a space between here. Now it's space between here. You can saw this with the help of this. Now we have a space here. Special occasions, okay? So justify content. Now align items. It's not do anything, but it will do later in the video. I will explain you. Padding. Again, if you want to see padding, how it's work, I will just choose a random color and I give a padding of 1 rem. 1 rem. Boom. See how it's giving a 1 rem space around of its container, inside the container. Padding 1 rem, get rid of color, and font size 1.2 rem, and font weight. Font weight is used to make the text bold, italic, underline. So I use bold here. Now the text will look bold. Yep. Nav items is pretty much done. Now it's the next time. Next thing to do is nav item to grab our 3-bar menu icon. So I use a dot and call the class and write it here, background color pink, yeah, because it's black background. Our menu is just right here, but we can't see this because our bars are in black and our background is black, so it is pretty much invisible. But now it's visible, and you can see here it is, its background color. And we just need a padding of 1 rem here, and we need to display this none. Now it's gone. And why we use that? Because we want to appear the 3 bars when we are in lesser in screen size. For example, at this point we want to show the menu icon when we are at this screen size. For example, this page, when I screen size, when I reduce screen, you can see now the bar it comes. So I want to do exactly the thing happens here to over this page, so that's why I use display none. You can see I have a specific styling for that. It's bolder and it's much darker as compared to these ones. How we can achieve this? To do this, we can specify a ID here, which is I like to call Nav first. You can call whatever you want, but make sure that the call is relevant to your container. So in the style of CSS, I just calling that component and I use a ID. So this is the method to call a ID, and in this section I will make a color different, RGBA. So the red one will be 255, for the green is 50, for the blue one, for the alpha basically it is opacity. So save this, boom. Now this one is different as compared to these ones. Other rule, you can see when I move my mouse over to the menu item, like for the menu, it changed colors. So how can you do that? For do this, write a code A for the anchor and double column hover. Hover means move the mouse over to that element, which is A, anchor tag. So when it's over, when the mouse is onto that A element, we want a color change which is exactly same. Boom, 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 boom. See? And we can also make this a slower effect with the help of transition. Transition says if there is anything affected from one place to another, just define the name. We can define the name. In that case, you can say in the A we have a color this, and when we hover we have a color different. So I write a color different here. When the color change, I need to be slower, 2.0 to 0.2 seconds. So you can see here, it just when I move my mouse, it's changed. But if I save and change, it takes some time. So this is the main reason of transition, and we can see this if I increase the processing time. It comes after 5 minutes. I think that's now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It does not come after 5 seconds. It will complete the procedure in 5 seconds. So that is the main reason of using transition, because it will gives a animation type of effect and it looks great in modern web pages. So this is about hover, and now this is our image and this is here, which is huge, big. So how we can small that? Just calling that class which I declare in the HTML, which is menu image, this one, and I just want to give it a width of 6 rem and height of 6 rem, no, 4.5 rem. Save this. Boom. Now it's very smaller and this looks great as compared to this one, like similar to this one. So this is the part, the menu, and we need some space at the top, like everywhere around it. So we use a padding. Boom. Now it's exactly the same height. Just we have to give it here. Like you can see, we have a little bit difference here. You can define the height of our menu of our header component, which is 8 rem, I think. Yeah, now it looks look the same, exactly the same, which is, yeah, 8 RAM. Yep. And now we have a background, this one. Yeah. So this is so here I am done, because the next part will be complicated and more advanced, and it will occur it will contain the responsive part. So that's why I want to split that into another video. It will be come next Sunday or before Sunday. So and I hope that you like the CSS and what kind of things that CSS can do. And so guys, stay tuned, subscribe my channel and share with your friends and give me some support. And thank you very much guys. Be safe. Bye.